Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a match between Maru and Zoun, or Zoun, here in Hardwire. Bottom left, going to be Zoun, and in the top right, it's going to be Maru. Alright, man, so a PvT featuring two Korean players, one an established, incredible Terran player, and Zoun, an upcoming Protoss player. So, is this going to be a proxy Maru? Is this going to be a proxy barracks? Yes, it is, because if it was not a proxy, then the SCV would be scouting, but scouting is not this time, right? Like 16 supply, then you scout, but not 12 supply. So yes, we have a proxy barracks here from Maru, and holy smokes, Zoun shows up right away. Oh man, he knows Maru's favorite spots of proxy on this map. That is for certain. Maru's like, aw man, but failing a proxy does not mean you cannot win a game as Terran. That is faux show. But, oh, okay, then throwing down a proxy engineering bay just to vent off his frustration. The bro found his proxy oh so quickly. Didn't give it enough time to get enough HP to where it's, you know, it's delaying the Nexus by a lot. Just a little bit delayed there. So let's see here. Today is the 26th of May. I saw Top Gun Maverick earlier today. It is super duper fun. It is an incredible summer movie. And wow, a lot of nostalgia there. 1986. I was alive, but I was 4 years old back then. Top Gun was the highest grossing movie of that year. And let's just say the sequel does not disappoint. Woof. Alright, man. So 1 gate expand. Very, very standard opening here from Zoun or Zoun or Zoun. Or really hate it when players have multiple interpretations of how to pronounce their name. Because, like, there's one way. How do they say their name? But, like, I've heard it told to me pretty effectively that it's Zoun, but then Tasteless calls it Zoun, so that's what you guys expect to hear, and it's so frustrating. I don't know, man. Do Tasteless decide what someone's name is pronounced? Probably. So, I don't know. Should I just call him Zoun? Maybe. Oh, no! 4 workers on the gas. Zoun. Zoun, that's a mistake that I make. That's not one that you can make. Oh, he needs to look at this. He needs to look at it so bad. Oh, no one who's got... Is he rallying? Okay, he fixed it. He was rallying workers up there. That's what the problem was. This makes it easier than dragging them off and throwing them up there to the assimilator when the time comes, but... Brrr. Anyway, factory coming in here from Maru, getting a second gas up, a second base finishes, got a bunker at the front, in case an Adept wanders in, but, I mean, could be stalkers if anything. This probe has ideas. I'm seeing you, probe. I'm seeing you have ideas here. Adept, oh, actually does go for the shade buy, but not Maru is a Terran player, therefore he knows when to raise a supply depot to make sure that doesn't happen. Starport, so 1-1 winning it here is Maru. Barracks factory into the starport with an expansion in it. Very standard opening from him as well. So nothing too crazy from either of these players. They know each other very exceptionally. They played against each other a bunch as members of the Korean ladder, obviously. And Blink is the opening tech choice here for Zoun. Alrighty then. So everything's cool here in this TVP at the highest level of StarCraft. I wish there were better Protoss players around from Korea. I mean, Protoss in general is kind of struggling. They need a hero, right? Zest is kind of that dude. Trap is kind of that dude. I don't know. There's not a stats around, right? Where stats at his peak was just like, wow, Protoss looks gosh darn unstoppable. But those days have been gone for a while now, haven't they, Protoss fans? They really have. Raven opening from Maru. Wow. I thought that was going to be a Viking or a Liberator maybe, but in Raven instead. Neato completo. Proxy pylon over here for Zoun and taking a third base as well. Here is our guy, the probe, our blue probe. Robotics facility coming in, probably just for obs for now, but some kind of splash damage is required here to deal with someone who's going for this many Marines, obviously, right? It's going to be Marines and Marauders and Medevacs and Widow Mines, because you can't really go mech against Protoss. Maru, he's one of those dudes that will try it. Though, although in this game it doesn't seem like that's the case. It's additional barracks coming up at 4.5 minutes now, so the play is gonna be Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, and if you don't have splash damage, you need Colossus, or Disruptors, or Archons, or Storm, or maybe all 4. We've seen players go for all 4 here. 3 base is kind of enough to fund all of that. Not incredibly good, but, you know, probably just need to pick a couple and roll with it is what I'd recommend here. It's going to be a Templar Archives from Zoun. So whether that's Storm or not, I'd be shocked if it wasn't at this stage. But a little bit of Stalker pressure maybe going to try to happen here. But, yeah, Marine count's heavy enough to make that really tough. Plus a Marauder. Marauder production's big on here. Stim's on the way. Combat Shield is coming in here too. And, yeah, this Proxy Warp Gate providing some additional reinforcements instantly to the frontier for Zoun. So, I don't know. This really shouldn't work for Zoun, but I think we're just trying to keep the pressure on this side of the map so Maru doesn't come kill his third, right? So that bunker is dead. Like, that thing, yeah, that's not happening. So sniping the bunker, losing 0 Stalkers for it is pretty good. And this is the annoying thing about dealing with Stalkers as Marines. Cyclone's a bigger deal, though. It's just that you will win in a straight engagement. If the Stalkers A-move and the Marines A-move, then yeah, the Marines are going to win in an equal situation like this. But if the Stalkers are being microed in the hands of an excellent Protoss like Zoun is, then it's not going to work for your Marines at all. They're going to get kited. They're outranged, and they're not fast enough to keep up. The Stalkers are pretty fast, too. Stalkers bonus damage versus Marauders. Tried to kill that one Marauder. Could not quite pull it off there. Charge getting research from our Protoss dude. Wonderful. Loving to see that from him. And what else is going on in the world? Oh, the Obi-Wan show showed up, like, recently, the time that I'm casting this. Haven't seen it yet, but by the time this posts, I'll have seen the first, I think, couple episodes. The buzz is positive at this stage. I've tried to avoid spoilers, but the general consensus and sense seems to be that it's pretty good. So we'll see if that holds or not. Man, he's almost gotten some units here today, right? He's almost killed a Marauder. He's almost killed a Cyclone. Hasn't quite pulled that off yet, and Maru's on the warpath. He's on the rampage here. Yeah, getting that Cyclone would be pretty nice. But also the Marauder count is heavy. Oh, he wants to, again, almost getting the Raven. Can't quite pull that off. Did he get this? Nope, didn't even get the Cyclone. So suddenly we're in a bit of trouble here. If you're Zoun. No splash damage at all, but if you show up early enough, you don't actually... If the Terran shows up early enough, maybe you don't need it. The Archon's doing what it can here, but oh, this is a lot. This is a lot of stim shenanigans. On the other side, hey, look, a Zealot Wanderin is killing SCVs up here inside the natural base. Burrowing Widow Mines inside your own mineral line is like a last resort move there. And Luke is coming home. Maru is really worried about this Zealot stuff. Beautiful, beautiful warp, and Zoun was in trouble. He was absolutely on the ropes back home, but the Zealot warping saves the day. It's a very delayed Widow Mine drop here from Maru. I mean, we're looking at what, 7.5 minutes? Almost 8 minutes? Nobody expects a Widow Mine drop at 8 minutes. That'd be insane. But look who found the proxy. Yeah, he knows. Maru knows that it's here based on where those Zealots came from. He's like, you got me. Got me with a proxy warp gate shenanigans. Zealot sees this. I don't know what the heck he was looking for, but he found it. He sees it, so the Stalkers are, okay, don't go into the scan, but when the scan's over, come over, get in position. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, well, I guess he got caught at the end there, I think. Maru did see this, right? Okay. Oh, good. Oh, he gets it. Finally, he finishes off the thing that's probably the most important thing to finish off there is that medevac. Killing with all 4 Widow Mines inside is a massive pickup for Zoun. He's taking a 4th base in celebration. 3rd base is done here from Maru. That was sick. That was a sick play. Ghost coming in. Going for our enhanced shockwave. Finally, Robotics Bay on the way. If your only splash is Archons, it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. You probably want some High Templar with splash in there. Yeah, some Storm. Where are your High Templar? I guess there's one. There's one right here with some Storm available. That's nice. Charge lots. Ooh, chasing a Cyclone down that was trying to sneak down this left side. No, that's not happening. Get out of here. Say the charge lots. And stim. Let's get on down here and see what damage we can get done. There's, again, if only 1 Archon is your splash damage today for Zoun, you don't feel good about that. You never, ever really do feel good about that at all, do you? So let's see. Archon here. High Templar here. Oh, no High Templar in this army. Yeah, High Templar used for base defense in case a big army shows up and you need some kind of destruction defense there quickly, and Storm will do that. So 4th base from Zoun is up. I mean, Maru saving a single Marine. That's how much he values each of his units. I like it a lot from him. Keeping that Marine alive, I don't know if it will be the difference between winning and losing today, but hey, it could be. It definitely could be. Widow Mine! Ah, Zealot eats it there. You're not bringing obs with you? Where the heck are your obs? He's trying to sneak a High Templar Storm drop in here. There's your obs. We're not with the rest of the army. What is this? Okay, so get some Storm. Also catches an EMP, but hey, a lot of Terranate that Storm. That's never a good feeling. And this is... Zone's like, oh, well, EMP's out. Crap. I need to back this up. Wait for some Colossus. Wait for Extended Thermal Lance to finish. Look how there's Zealots over here slow warping in this left side position for reasons I don't understand. What are we doing here, boys? What are your plans exactly? I love... Okay, probe. Thought this was scouting. Anyway, Vikings on the way to deal with the Colossus that are not on the... Oh, there are 2 Colossus on the field yet. There are Colossus on the field yet, everybody. Good. Extended Thermal Lance. Is that getting Chrono Boost? Not really. But it's not a crazy long upgrade. Zealots, up that left side, going to try to jump in to this third base if they can. Going to take a couple Widowmine shots in the process, but I think enough of them should survive to cause some major problems for this third, which is not really all super defended, I guess. I mean, there are, I guess, more and more units are coming up to the front for defense purposes and for gathering purposes, but a little dangerous. Dark Shrine coming in here, too, maybe for DTs, probably for DTs. Could just be for more Archon production, too, though, just depending on what, well, no. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. Whatever path you want to take for that one. So pushing in here is Zoun. EMPs connect. The Zealots are so much squishier now when they've been EMP'd, but the Storms are good too. The Storms are really good too. And Archons in the mix. More EMPs making the Archons really squishy as 2 of them go down to the front here. And trying to make sure maybe this 4th base of Maru isn't very happy. Extended Thermal Lance finishes. Any more Storms available? God, you're just eating Colossus right now. The Colossus shots are absolutely whittling away at your HP. Never a good feeling at all. Dark Shrine's going to finish up. Disruptors in production here too, which is where Zone's going with it. And nice snipe on that Warp Prism. There's nothing in it, but its availability is now toast, and Zoun has to make another one of those. So Zoun extending bottom right. He's got a 5th base in production now. 4th base for Maru's. It's moving, but there's a Protoss army sharking around here, really causing problems for that base. Don't y'all know? 190 to 186 supply. Both players are pretty much even. Maru, very scary, as he always is. Charge lots trying to be annoying, trying to do what they do, which is run around and find crazy places to hit and attack where the Terran least expects it. And where the Terran has expanded, I think is what my brain was trying to do there. DT Blink coming in, loving that. +3 attack getting started for both players. For the gateway units and the infantry units here too. More High Templar in production. 1 joining the front here. And the Disruptor trying to zone stuff out, but I don't know, man. EMP, Storm is pretty good at zoning too. Marauders eat some of that Storm. Zealots are like, okay, let's do it again. This is a scary push for Maru. Maru's going home. Does he anticipate this? Widowmine does scout the presence of these Zealots, and they're not going to get free reign here. But if you're chasing, maybe you're not as worried about your flank. I mean, gosh, Zealots are just... This is so frustrating. Zealots in the natural, Zealots in the 3rd, and maybe the army pushing in. No, Zoun getting away from here. He doesn't like what he sees. All his Zealots are going to die. They do kill 11 SCVs, which is nice. Why are you not working together with your Zealots? You're sacrificing their lives here. Why did you let Maru do this? You let Maru take the high ground, and now you're... Oh, man. Should have come in here when he was really focusing on those Zealots, but maybe it was a trap. Maybe it was a trap. Good grief. Maru, you scary. Top left base coming in. He's going to scout this Warp Prism, I think. Yeah, he comes in, sees the Warp Prism. Zone's like, what? Nope. No. There's not a Warp Prism here. What are you talking about? A couple Widow Mines get picked out of the ground there. And coming up a ramp is just not going to work for you, man. Really not. DT Blink attack onto the planetary. Save it. Oh my gosh, he's going to save it. Oh, that is so hard to save. You pretty much need an army on top of the base, which is exactly what Maru had. And it worked out perfectly for him. The number of times I've seen that many DTs blink on top of a planetary and not kill it is like 2. Maru, you're an absolute beast. Advanced ballistics coming in. Liberator production there as well. Another base from Zoun along this right side. Widow Mines connecting. Another Widow Mine dead. By that I mean it's going to get a shot off. Yeah, it's not good. Cut a kill with a disruptor shot that's not available for this army at this point either. So Maru's playing the defensive, which is, I mean, it's good for Zoun, I think. If Maru is on this side of the map, he's not killing your new expansions that are taking down here, right? So it's smart. I mean, Maru's expanding too, but I mean, at least keeping Maru up here means you're not on defense. Staying on offense is kind of a big deal here. I'm just throwing that out there. Free zealots, free zealotes, blink it in, disruptors. One disruptor kills one marine. Sensor tower gets killed there too. Fine. So like minor victories here from Zoun, but nothing massive. It's just the bigger victories that he's been allowed to get 6 bases up here in 15 minutes and really start to get a big time bank. Income is largely favoring Zoun over the last 5 minutes, which makes sense. Even with mules, he's got 80 workers. He's got several. It's not extra base. It is. It's extra bases. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Terran and 6 for the Protoss. That +3 attack is finished. He's going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's got to be an accident. He's going for the. My gosh, what is that even called? It's the medevac fuel extender booster upgrade. Nukes! We get nukes attempted. Does he see this one? No. He doesn't see it. I was not looking in the production tab when that nuke was on the way. Fantastic. Ready, set, die. Take that, you single cannon. Meanwhile, Maru it extends the boost time for medevacs, which is just not as useful. Free medevac there too. Not bad at all. So, I mean, I don't know. Nuke wasn't all that consequential. We've got more of them on the way, though. So if you're into nukes, welcome to this game. I did not expect them here at all. I did not watch this game live. I don't watch the replays before I cast them. Zoun coming up this left side here. All right, all right. Going to take down Unorbital. Maybe. Yes, he does. He snipes down the orbital. And he kills a ghost with a disruptor shot, which is pretty nice. DT attack. They caught the EMP. And they shoot. They managed to get out of there with the recall, but a couple of them do die in the process. Ghosts going to be really good. Late game Ghosts, man. Good against Protoss, really good against Zerg. Necessity, I would say, against Protoss. If you don't have the EMPs, you're really going to struggle against these guys. Nice sensor tower snipe there again. Maru's got a 6th base up, and Zoun's going for a 7th of his own. Here on this low ground, just outside of the main. So Maru a bit on the rampage here. Yeah, disruptors are slow. They have a hard time escaping from Liberator death zones. Traditionally, anyway. And thinking about setting up DTs. Okay, another DT snipe attempt. And gets it. Okay, is this nuke gonna land? I think he canceled the nuke because he's like, I'm gonna win anyway, but then he doesn't exactly win anyway. 20 SCVs died with the death of this base. Maru losing an entire base is bad, but he's gonna do his best to make sure that Zoun loses this one too. Liberator circles are up, and Zoun does not want to engage into them, so he has to abandon the Nexus. He doesn't feel like he has enough to get in there. And I don't know that I agree with him. The most success The most success I've seen as the Nexus goes down. Okay, so this one as well. This is the survivor of DT blink attacks, man. This planetary has survived 2 separate blink DT attacks. But these are casually murdering everything. Like, holy crap, they're getting so much done, and then they blink out. But they got EMP'd, so they're still visible, but that's not going to last forever. And there you go. And then the cloak pops back up. Another EMP catches them, which is really annoying. And Zoun taking advantage of kind of the distraction here. Oh, tries to warp in some units, but no. Missile turret wipes it out. Planetary just sheer damage output down. And I think Zoun is maybe kind of picking Maru apart here to death, maybe. 52 SCVs have died. 5 pros have gone down. It's 75 to 48 workers. Look at that income disparity here for Zoun. I mean, 1,600 resources additional than Maru's getting right now. That's not good. That is not good for the Terran at all. The extreme patience on display here from Zoun has just been something to behold. Has been so good. All right, Maru maybe a little bit desperate here. Gonna set on up. That is so many Liberators, and the ground army needs to get out of there, and they do. It's not a lot of Marine Marauder Ghosts, but it's a decent number. Nice EMPs getting tossed down. Liberators again causing problems here. Is Maru going to win this thing from a position of terrible economy? Maybe. He's 116 to 53 total army supply, and I don't know that Zoun has enough to deal with this. Nice Disruptor hit. Sure, and I mean, if Zoun just kind of patiently loses this base and maybe doesn't engage directly into it, his production tab is empty right now, which I find is a problem. It's going to be a major problem here. He needs to really saturate. He needs minerals probably more than anything else right now. Stalkers, mass stalkers, some DTs. Yeah, going to deal with those Vikings, going to deal with those Liberators. Stalkers are for sure. Now Maru's in full retreat. He's reestablishing bases that he's lost so far, though. That's what part of the reason he had the extra orbitals in the late game is for that very purpose. Upgrades here are 3-3 for the Stalkers. Obviously, 3-3 for the Marines and the Marauders as well. Free SCV snipe. I don't know that Maru can afford to lose too many of those. Nice Disruptor hit on that right side, but the Disruptor is getting focused and slowed and absolutely run down. More DT shenanigans. Top left, though, Maru's economy is in shambles. It's in shambles. He has 42 workers right now. He has no gas. If he wants to produce units, it's got to be Marines right now, and that's what he's working on, is Marines and keeping his Liberators alive. He can't replace them. I wonder if Zoun is going to find a way to kill those Libs, because once those are gone, it's going to be really hard for Maru to engage all that well. This orbital's on fire, but Mule's coming down possibly to repair it. Another SCV dies. He doesn't have enough orbitals where he can afford to lose this many SCVs at this stage of the game. What does he got for orbital count right now? It is, okay, he has 8. Maybe that's enough that he doesn't need SCVs, and he's maybe intentionally, you know, he's replacing the workers. He doesn't want his worker count to be that low. He doesn't want to be into the 40s. Yeah, definitely not. All right, man. So top left base is protected by 2 Liberators, which doesn't seem like it's enough, but maybe against another DT attack, it's better than maybe anything in the game. Left side base from Zoun is up. He's retaking that 7th as well. Maru kind of checking the state of the game. That's what happens when the Terran kind of does a lot of scanning at bases. How many bases does Zoun have right now, says Maru. The answer does not surprise him, but he's not happy about it either. 106 to 120 army supply. I remember when... What the heck is killing probes? Something's killing probes. I don't know what it is. All right, well, remember when it was like 50 supply for the Protoss and 100 plus for Maru, and then Zoun was just patient and sacked the base, and oh, a Liberator shows up and gets sniped. God, I can't lose those. This base gonna die again. Oh, Disruptor's buying time for it. Buying time for a warping of Zealots. Don't bring the whole army over this. Ah, going up a ramp is real scary, but if you have enough army, oh my gosh, Zoun. Killing these medevacs would be a huge friggin' deal as well. Disruptors catching a Widow Mine. Very nicely done. Maru's in full retreat right now. His economy is in poop. The army is exactly even on supply. DT's trying to stay out of the limelight, but just going for it. They don't really care. Forcing the army back. Zoning them back here. Killing that Liberator's a big deal as well. I think Zoun has done it. He's got the bigger army supply. He's got the better economy. We're at 23 minutes. And Zoun showing what an incredible upcoming Protoss player he is. The level of patience he's displayed in this game. The level of micro he's displayed in this game. He hasn't made too many mistakes. He's really shown he knows when to attack and when to not attack. Oh, yeah, just blinking into those Liberators. Just absolutely eating the Liberators for breakfast. That maybe didn't work out as well as you wanted to, but the Charge Lots show up, and Disruptors are a problem, and the Charge Lots use their charge, but they're still pretty tanky with their +3 armor anyway. It's 82 to 41 army supply. Liberators dying. GG Zoun getting that win. Absolutely insanely impressive display here from Zoun today. There was a time I thought Maru had this thing. He was pushing with a vastly superior army, but Zoun knew just needs to sacrifice this, get the probes out of there, re-expand to dead bases, and maybe expand again, and just keep trading because his economy is bigger. And yeah, the income advantage tab shows that. Basically, the only time Maru was ahead of Zoun was in the last 1 minute, which is kind of weird. Maybe he dropped a lot of mules. Let's see how many mules he has. 8. 8 mules is a lot of mules. Reasonable position there. So, hit that like button if you enjoyed that match. I think Protoss players are pretty happy about it. Protoss really struggles against Terran right now. I kind of feel like that's what we're looking at. Resources lost 46,000 for Zoun and 40,000 for Maru. So an absolutely fantastic, I mean, cost-effective play for Maru there, but Zoun just had too many bases. He only lost 15 probes to 71 SCVs dying, and yeah, there are a lot of orbitals from mules, but not enough to keep up with it. And yeah, we had Archons, Colossus, High Templar, and Disruptors. So we went for all four splash damage types. Feels like I'm talking about Pokemon or something, but great work. Great work there from Zoun. I'm very impressed by him. I need to cast more of him. If you can beat Maru, you can beat anybody, possibly. Anybody? Question mark. Regardless, truly fantastic display of what Protoss can do against Terran. Zoun gets that win. And that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.